dynamite for? Attempted murder and murder.
Łukasz thought that he was lucky to have found a pretty English girl who was very interested in starting a relationship with him. That day, Łukasz arrived at Joanna's home. As soon as Łukasz walked into the home, Joanna pulled out a 3-inch knife and stabbed Łukasz 1 time in the chest. At that time, Joanna was freaking out, telling Stretch that he needed to help her get rid of the body. So he did just that. In the week after that, Kevin ordered Joanna and Stretch to move in with 2 new tenants. And Gary, Stretch, and Joanna were moving in to make their lives miserable so that they would pack up and leave ASAP. 56-year-old John Chapman was a widower who had previously served for the Royal Navy. In the early morning hours of Good Friday, John Chapman had been asleep in his room within the apartment after a long day of drinking. As he was sleeping, Joanna crept into his room and started stabbing John with her 3-inch lock knife. Joanna has now killed 2 men within the housing that she was renting from Kevin Lee. I guess at this time, Joanna had been very upset with Kevin, but he didn't know that. Either way, Kevin stopped at 11 Rolliston Garth to meet up with Joanne. He threw on one of Joanne's black sequins dresses for, I guess, this sexual fantasy that the two had previously discussed. But after he got dressed and presented himself to Joanna, she attacked him. Joanna ended up stabbing Kevin in the chest 5 times, penetrating his lungs and his heart. Joanna's behaviors grew more and more out of control, and she was bloodthirsty. 63-year-old retired firefighter Robin Bereza was walking his dog Sammy along West Failing Street in Hereford, but all of a sudden, Robin noticed a car pull up behind him. He didn't think anything of it at first, but he suddenly felt a blow to his right shoulder. It took him a second to realize that he was being attacked, but when he turned around, he saw that it was a woman. It was Joanna. She just stared right through him as she started stabbing him in the shoulders and chest area over and over and over again. Joanna ordered Gary to find her another victim. She wanted another man with a dog. She zeroed in on 56-year-old musician John Rogers, who was out walking his dog, Archie. John described that when he was walking, he suddenly felt what felt like a punch in his back. But when he turned around, he saw a woman. The woman who had struck him was just standing there before she started stabbing him in the chest over and over and over again.